Welcome to a very special webinar from the Outlook Group today. Today, we speak with senior representatives of RMS Cloud, a technology company based originally in Australia, who have launched their services in India and are aiming to transform the small accommodation space in the tourism sector, namely homestays, B&Bs, guest houses, and lodges, with their exciting new product. They aim to address branding, dynamic pricing, and a host of other issues which makes the host and the guest experience positive, simple, smooth, and memorable. Without further ado, let me introduce you to Vivek Gangishetty, Vice President of Sales and Marketing, India and Southeast Asia at RMS Cloud, and Baijnath Gupta, Manager Customer Support at RMS Limited. Welcome, Vivek and Baijnath.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to have you with us. Let's kick off the webinar. My first question would be to Vivek. Vivek, how are you helping travel businesses in small accommodations, in the small accommodations space globally?
Look, we've been able to consolidate a lot of small businesses and home letting spaces across globe. And if I can put an example, it is the Middle East where we consolidated a lot of home letting, and that's been their mainstream business as well. However, I see India just behind Middle East as far as the home letting and the small vacation rentals concerned. The reason I say that is, the traveler today is wanting to come and understand the culture. They want to understand, and hotels have become very mainstream. They don't really want to go and stay somewhere, have the same old bath, same old food and stuff like that. So they want to understand the culture with more inclusiveness being promoted globally. And thankfully, we see that a lot of next generation and Gen Z, if I can put it, are looking at getting to understand more of culture. So this is where we are also actively investing. If you look at our global presence, we handle a lot of campgrounds, we handle a lot of clams, we've handled a lot of home letting, vacation rentals, part of which we also get a lot of native capabilities in terms of distribution, where a small homeowner can distribute their inventory globally through an Airbnb. So that's where we bring in a lot of value, and I see globally this kind of business is growing up. That's where I put it at.
So, which are the countries that you're present in currently across?
So, Sonali, we are a global company. Although we've headquartered in Melbourne, in Australia, we've got a largest presence in Australasia. Then we've got large presence in Singapore for Asian markets. India becomes a now center between Middle East, India, and Southeast Asia. And then we've got Middle East, we've got an office in Sharjah. We have an office in UK, and we have an office in the US. So if you look at it, we're present globally. We have small Airbnb owners working out of Belgium, to an interior part of Switzerland in Zurich. So we've got presence globally, and that's where I think the cloud as a technology is scaling up as well.
Baijnath, hello,
hi.
And my
Hi.
next question will be addressed to you. What do you think is the scope and scale of your business in India, and what kind of support are you providing small and medium businesses?
Obviously, India has got an enormous potential. So after Middle East, if you see, the homestay markets in India is becoming more and more. I mean, it's growing up more and more, if you see that. And also the travelers, basically, they are coming up, they are looking to experience the local food and culture of India part. And they are more coming up with that orthodox kind of thinking that they want to stay in a bigger hotel or kind of thing. So they want to experience the local culture and local food of India, where we are. I mean, we do have a variety of things which can be offered by these homestays, B&B, small guest house and lodges. So extremely, I would say that we have an extreme kind of scalable option in India market. And regarding the support system, yes, we do have our in-house support system where we do 24/7 and 365 days support with multiple expertise from the domain people. We have got, we are investing, and that is an ongoing process in any technology company, that the human capital is being, we are investing in that. and it will be continuation. So with that, we will help the owners how to scale up the system, how to do a business, and with having a multilingual support, they can speak in their local language and kind of thing. So yes, that way we are helping them out.
That's wonderful to know, because, while our country has the highest penetration of mobiles in the world,
Yeah.
but, sometimes due to our bandwidth, etc., and people, while they are using it, very often they need support, because,
True.
everyone is scared of technology, especially in
Correct.
in the outlying areas which you are trying to address. So, that 24/7 support would be extremely helpful. My next question is open to the both of you. What do you think are the key challenges and gaps in the SME travel sector in India from a technology perspective?
I think India, Sonali, is very honestly, is a very, very orthodox market. We resist any kind of change. That's I think a part of our DNA as well. When companies like RMS come with an option of a cloud technology, a lot of owners, and especially the small business owners, are skeptical of their data. Now, data not being in their own premises, being in cloud, while what happens is a kind of cloud gets a lot of agility to your business. For example, if you've got 3 or 4 small houses that you are aggregating, like one guest is going to one place, if the guest is going to other places, you should have the data. What kind of preferences the guest has? Does he like spicy? Does she like to have a pet along with her? So if that is the scalability that technology brings in. I think adaptability is what I was getting to. We've seen that there is a resistance, but we also have now with technology coming in, as you said, mobiles are there everywhere. They started trusting online payments now. They know that the payment is going to hit their accounts. As much as we could do, I think government is also doing their bit. With both of industry stakeholders and government coming in, I think it's a good time to be in and scale this kind of technology for SMEs. So that's one thing that I'd want to definitely highlight. The second thing is, knowledge itself lacks. I mean, we really can't blame somebody who owns a small business to understand what technology and what are the new innovations that have come in technology. So I think more of knowledge imparting is also pending from industry stakeholders. So that's something that we'd want to address from a scalability standpoint. From getting more business, getting more traction. Also, understand your seasons as well. So what is your seasonality? Is your season going to give you more money? Nobody's asking you to charge more. But if the season is, it's a rainy season, for example, and fishing will come up, why a local business can promote the fishing, that can be part of your value addition. So that is something that we are trying to get in. And with AI and ML coming in aggressively, we've got our partners who work along and exactly tell the hotel owners and SME owners that this is the promotion that you need to run, and this is what people are looking at. And with active social listening, we're able to understand that and implement those strategies back in.
That's good to know, because, that is something we see all around, right? We live in cities, but very often we don't know the places around us. We know them, we haven't been there. Okay, right. So very often you don't know the treasures you have in your own backyard. Exactly. So sometimes it's important to tell them that this is how you can brand and market yourself when you have a small hospitality space to make the experience more full. And you think that the new data protection bill coming in, this will address a lot of concerns that many consumers may have about keeping their data private, etc.?
As far as RMS Cloud is concerned, because we're Australian company and Australia is extremely strong. I think it's the first movers in GDPR. That is part of our DNA, and we carry it globally, material of what GDPR rules the country has, because we do not wish to share a lot of data that is not wanted, for other people to know. So that is already available, but I completely agree with you. Now I think India is moving to a global GDPR rule. We are in line with what US does, what Australia does, what Europe does. So if you're talking the same language, I think travelers who are coming from these regions, which are largely the international transient business that would come in, would be more comfortable. with their data being secured, with their especially the sensitive information not being going out and stuff like that. So yes, it is very important from the traveler's perspective. Also, it is very important that we educate our business owners about GDPR, and the new GDPR, as far as the draft looks exactly in line with what global needs are.
So asking you the last question, you've been in India for a little while now, but are you planning any outreach programs in India, to familiarize your product with the market? And how do you think that's going to help?
We've been pioneers as far as the technology and the cloud-based technology is concerned. We're 40 years into the industry. We do extensive master classes in Australia, where we get all the campground owners to do a master class and educate how technology is improving and what are the new technologies that they can use to both improve internal efficiency and also from a guest efficiency. Probably we were the first ones to have contactless check-in even before the COVID started. So somebody can just allocate themselves a room, get the key inside, and it's a mobile key to open the key of the room as well. So it is 100% contactless check-in, check-out with all the documents being signed and sent across. So we've been forefront of that for sure. But in India, honestly, as you said, we are looking and we are investing very, very aggressively. And part of which we will be doing master classes with Outlook Travel, and that is exactly what we are excited about, because what worked out in other parts of the world, if it is coming to India, and I'm sure that the people here are more receptive. They kind of understand technology to a large extent. So really looking forward, we're aggressively investing in that outreach programs, and we would want to go to these small business owners to explain how the technology would help them garner more traction.
We are excited about these new outreach programs that you're planning with the Outlook Group. For our viewers, the first one, we start next week on the 18th of August in Jaipur at the Royal Orchid Hotel. We would invite all homestay owners, small B&Bs, guest houses, lodges to come and attend. It's going to be a wonderful session with the RMS team there, and also GSTC, our knowledge partner in the Outlook Group. And it would be wonderful. Vivek, Baijnath, thank you so much for being with us today. We are so excited about your new product, and we hope it will transform the travel industry as we see it today.
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.